Bow, bang, woo, what's good, YouTube? We back with another video today. Today I want to pray to God. He allows me to get this message through the correct and right way. And today we need to talk about why black men are obsessed with light-skinned women. And truth be told, disclaimer, I know not every black man likes light-skinned women and it's not his preference. However, there is kind of like an uprising trend of black men preferring light-skinned women, and we kind of see it all throughout the media. We see it all throughout our lives and probably amongst the black community and our friend groups and stuff. However, let's break down why. Number one, light-skinned women are shown more in the media, and this has been going on forever amongst the black community in general. Usually if we look at Hollywood TV shows or when people are reporting on women, usually light-skinned women are usually shown more instead of darker-skinned women. And that's always been a thing, bro. If we go back to Halle Berry, Beyonce, Rihanna, just Zendaya, all these light-skinned women are usually shown as like the poster child for black women. And in general, it's like as black men, we see that and we're shown that, all right, a lighter-skinned woman is like more of the standard. It's more like paraded around, and we kind of like, now when we see that, now when we're looking for our women, we tend to want them lighter skin because we see that the world treats lighter skinned women better and the world wants to see lighter skinned women in general. And I'm not saying that's a good thing, but it happens like that, and it's for a reason. It's like predictive programming. They're showing us that light-skinned women need to be shown all throughout the world and to the masses. So subconsciously, any black man is gonna think, all right, well, I'm being shown all these light-skinned women and they're being paraded around. I want a light-skinned woman now. And it's not wrong to think that, and it's not wrong to act on it. However, that just because that is the truth does not mean darker-skinned women aren't beautiful and don't deserve to be paraded around as well. I'm just here to explain why we see this uprising trend of black men going and leaning towards lighter skinned women. And it has part of the reason is because of the media. It keeps showing all these light skinned women saying, this is what black women beauty is supposed to be. Light skin and long hair. That gets me to another point, bro. Point number two. It goes with the like programming that the world wants to say that lighter is better, and this goes back all the way to the colonization days. When Europeans were colonizing all these darker skinned areas such as Africa, the Native Americans, it goes back all the way there where they kind of tried to convince the rest of the world that, all right, lighter skinned is better. Because you know what the funny thing is, majority of the world, and you can look at this now, has some shade of melanin, is darker. The majority of the world has dark people. In reality, lighter skin is a minority in this world. So when a person of a different race, such as white people, they wanted to kind of push this narrative that like lighter is better so they can in turn get more power. And you kind of see that now all throughout the world, and now all of our women, all of our kids, everybody wants to be light skinned just because of all this predictive programming from way back when. And it goes to show you that literally a narrative is so important in how you represent. Pushing a narrative is one of the most important things, and it can affect our women, our children, our men. And now it's just showing more prevalently in the black community now. Now we see that all these women, all these men, everybody wants a lighter skinned child. Everybody wants a lighter skinned baby. And you know, it's funny, it brings me back to like that memory of when that dark skinned rapper, he said, I don't want my child to be dark skinned because I know he's going to be treated wrongly in this world. I don't want him to be treated like me. And I'm going to sit here and be the first one to say, I fully understand what he's talking about. Because as a black man, the darker your skin color is, the more they see you as a threat. So him not wanting his children to go through that, there is no problem with that. However, we need to learn how to embrace that, embrace the strength that darker skin gives us, because darker skin is attributed to more melanin. And you know, people want to make you feel like down about it, and they want to make you feel like an animal and monster, when in reality, we need to parade our strength. The more melanin, the more strength. But that doesn't take away from light-skinned people in general. And it's kind of like that little fight, like everybody says, like the house slave and the field slave. This has been an ongoing thing for Black people. This is not just like a modern era thing. We've always been fighting over skin tones and skin colors forever. And I'm not saying we need to. I'm saying, truth be told, we need to understand that, yes, a darker skinned person has more melanin, which means they have more power in their skin. A lighter skinned person probably has different types of ethnicities and cultures mixed in with them, which will make their hair longer and make their skin lighter. Bro, it's not wrong. Everybody has their different pros and everybody has their different cons. I feel like as a Black community, we need to embrace both sides of the spectrum and understand we need to show light-skinned women and dark-skinned women and understand that both of them are good for the Black community to be showed and paraded around. There's a standard of beauty for both. Let's get to number 3. Black men are obsessed with light-skinned women, just like I said, the Eurocentric features. Usually light-skinned women, what do they come with? Wavy hair, long hair, just like more like, in a way, white features. Because usually when a woman is of light skin, she usually had to have some mixing or breeding done throughout her family history or heritage for her to be able to come out like that. Not all the time, but usually. So in return, they sometimes come with those Eurocentric features, and Black men kind of like that because everywhere you go in the world, bro, any race, bro, everybody always thinks that a white woman is the definition of beauty and is the highest, like, standard for a good-looking woman. I personally don't believe that, but I do believe every woman from every race is beautiful. However, I've been to London, I've been to so many different places, I've been to different countries, and I've seen that all in all, usually lighter skinned women and white women are usually shown as like the marker for beauty. So when a Black man understands that, and usually he wants to find a woman who's like fits that standard of beauty all throughout the whole world. A man wants to be with a woman that everybody believes is beautiful. If he walks into a bar, if he walks into a place, he wants people to all assume that girl's a 10 out of 10. No matter if the man's Asian, if the man's Black, if the man's white, he wants everybody to know his woman looks good. And usually, I'm gonna be honest, not all the time do people attribute dark skin with beauty. And that's a problem in the world. However, that's internalizing into Black men, and now we're just like picking for women in general based off of their Eurocentric features and what we believe the world will perceive them as beautiful. It's not a right thing, but however, we have to understand, coming from a part of a Black man and understanding you want people to like accept you and people to be okay with how you present yourself, it's not hard to understand why Black men have a preference and are obsessed with light-skinned women. That acceptance comes with getting a light-skinned woman. I'm not gonna lie here, and I'm not saying that's right, but I can't ignore the facts of the world. Let me get into some personal experience. Recently, I was having a conversation with Black women, and they were explaining to me how they don't want to see light-skinned women on TV anymore, and they don't want to see that representation, and they want to be represented. And I fully agree and I understand that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, it's what other races used to say about us. Oh, we don't want to see Black people on TV. But now we're doing it amongst our own race. You never hear a white person or a Chinese person say, oh, I don't want to see that Asian person on TV. I don't want to see that white person on TV. But now as a Black community, we've kind of found a way to fight amongst ourselves. Now it's almost as like dark skins are fighting against light skins. It's always been like that. But you got to understand how that's like breaking down the community in a whole. You should just say, I want to see Black people on TV. I don't care what shade of color they are. As long as they are Black, I want to see them on TV because they are winning. Not, oh, she has light skin and long hair. I don't want to see her. That doesn't make sense. We need to want to see Black people as a whole. Because one thing about Black people, and this is the thing that I love, if a child is of mixed race, we still as Black people consider that child Black. I love that about Black people. We're so inclusive, and we understand that if there's even like a hint of black in you, 50-40%, you're still going to be treated as a black person, and we're here and you're still a part of the community. That is one thing I love about black people. But now it's kind of in this like stage and phase where like we don't want to see a black person, even if just because they have longer hair than you, just because they have lighter skin than you, and it's not right. I personally believe that we need to see all representations of black people, and it won't harm anybody. Bang! I love that. That was a great video. That was a great informative video, guys. If you haven't already, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe. It takes a lot to give this energy out. I would love if you guys gave the energy back. It's an energy flow and exchange. Guys, check the links in my description if you haven't already, and check out some cool stuff I got. Also, guys, if you haven't already, check out my other videos here where I do great topics as well, more informative topics, more entertaining videos. And honestly, have a great day, guys. I'll be back again.